God, we're ridiculous, and I'm Moon.
I'm Ryan.
Josh.
I'm Dan. We're Story of the Year. We're hanging out at Musink, and you're watching Punkvideosrock
With Rob.
with Rob.
It's a reunion with the Story of the Year.
What's up?
I'm so excited to say that. I'm so excited that a new album is in the works.
We are too.
Let's talk a little bit about that album. First of all, you guys went a different approach for it. The fans are pretty much funding. The fans are the record label.
Yep.
Yes.
So let's talk about that.
I don't know. I think it's just the way it has to be done nowadays if you don't have a record label. Like, and the fact that we could do it was like, it was rad. I mean, we've been talking about it for like a few years about how we wanted to go about doing it, and you know, doing it this route gave us a lot more flexibility and more like, I don't even know how to explain it. You take over.
Oh.
You're better at talking about
Yeah,
this than I
I
am.
think, dude, honestly, I think part of it too is just shaking it up, man. Like we did the label thing with all of our records. This is just a different era. We're all different points in our lives, and I think this just makes the most sense to us as of right now, is just to like say, hey, Story of the Year fans, if you want a new record, be our record label. Let's do this, and instead of doing more of the same, and I think that in itself is just a rad reason, shake it up, try something new,
Now, coming into this, did you guys know that Story of the Year was still like needed from the fans? Were you guys kind of scared to like take this approach in case it didn't work?
Okay, here's the thing. I wasn't scared because I had this kind of like weird shit to talk about in an interview, but I don't really care. I just had this realization one day, like we're never gonna play the halftime show at the Super Bowl. We're never gonna be like on top 40 beyond.
Here, let me correct you real quick though, because Blink-182 just got their first Grammy nomination, so it's possible.
Well,
it's possible.
Possible, but super unlikely. You know what I'm saying. So but then I had this realization. It's like, oh shit, like maybe like the way we've branded ourselves and our sound and our band and everything about us, like maybe we're not supposed to be on top 40. Maybe we're not supposed to be up there with those bands, and I was like, I kind of freaked out for about half a second. And I went, holy shit, there are people with Story of the Year lyrics tattooed on them. Like there's people that their favorite band is Story of the Year. There are people out there that will support us. It's not going to be 20 million people, and I'm not going to be driving a fucking Ferrari, but there's still people that really like what we do. So we essentially just partnered with those people, and I think that's all the pressure's off. I have no pressure like some A&R dude at a label's like, you gotta have a hit or you're gonna be off the label. There's none of that shit. It's like, we're gonna do what we want, and that pressure is just gone.
You guys have been in the game for a long time, that you guys know what to do and what not to do, especially going on tour, releasing your records.
We've made so many mistakes. We're still figuring shit out. We're still making it up as we go and learning as we go. That is the tough thing about doing it yourself, is that you have to be your own publicist, your own marketer. You have to be your own designer. You have to be your own business. And that's the hard part, because I think some people are just shitty marketers. Can you imagine if Jimi Hendrix and Kurt Cobain had to market themselves? No, they just make the music and then go do drugs or whatever, So that's what's different about the game now, is you have to be a businessman, you have to be an entrepreneur. So we're still navigating that. We're still figuring that out,
Now, going into the record, you guys were able to finally work with Aaron Sprinkle, someone that you guys have been wanting to work with for a while. What was it like going into the studio with him? Was it what you guys expected? Was it a lot more than what you guys expected?
I didn't know what to expect, really. I mean, it was awesome. Yeah. It's been awesome. I mean, he's super laid back, which is kind of cool to have. He's very supportive. I don't know. Really,
and super organic, and just everything has just been so easy. It's been so easy that it's kind of freaking me out. It's just been easy. He's just like, oh, those are your songs? Cool. Those are rad. Yeah. Let's record them. Yeah. I was like, okay.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go back to Nashville, and I'll just send you the Pro Tools files, and you can track guitars.
Yeah.
And then you can come down to Nashville, do drums for a couple days, and I went down, tracked 13 songs in 3 days, and then went back home.
And it's taken a lot longer than it would have if we were on a label. There's always deadlines. From today you have 3.5 weeks, and this has to be done. We've been working on it for over 2 months now, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? Like, I'm recording all the guitars in my basement at my house. We did drums in Nashville. Vocals were done with Sprinkle in Dan's house in his basement, our singer Dan. So we're just working in all these unconventional ways, unconventional for us. And it's just been smooth sailing and just awesome, dude. And when there's no pressure and there's no drama, it's like really conducive to making good art. And it's really cool, you know?
When you went into the studio this time around, did you guys try anything different as far as like the way you guys recorded guitars or vocals or whatnot?
Everything.
Everything's
Everything
different.
is completely different.
Yeah.
I've recorded all the guitars for this record myself, and he takes my session file and takes my guitar tracks and runs them through, reamps them through different amps, and then sends it to me. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We've
It's
never.
like you guys are working from home.
Yeah.
Like-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the drums.
Yeah, I did like half the songs. Like I recorded cymbals and drums separately. Like it was bizarre to do.
And
Like,
the order. We've never done a record where drums weren't first. It's always drums, then bass, then guitars, and then vocals are last. And it always sucks for the singer because everyone takes too long, and everyone takes too long. And then you have a week left, and it's just like you can't get sick, your voice can't hurt, you can't do anything. You just have to go, and that sucks. So now, like, we did drums second to last. We did guitars first. Like, just we're working way different than we ever have, and it's really cool. You know?
Awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are having fun with it again. With this record, where do you guys, or where do you feel Dan's lyrics are taking the audience?
Here's my perspective on that. Like, we went up the mountain, right? And it was rad. MTV, top 10 hits, tour the world, blah, blah. And then we came down the other side of that mountain, and all the way going down, we were trying to get back up. And then finally we said, fuck it, we got to go away. We got to take a break, right? So now I feel like enough time has passed to where, like, I feel like I'm just quoting that pitch video, but
it's the truth.
it's the truth. Like, enough time has passed that we're just a new band now. Like, we feel like a new band. And so a lot of that stuff, like our first record was written about leaving home and having troubled relationships and being in this new place and being scared and not having money and just being like alone and with your dream, and it's like I have to make this happen. And now we're kind of like, it's weird that we've had a lot of success and we've traveled the world and blah 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 blah, but like now we're back in that situation. It's like shit can be hard. Like, we're all kind of financially strapped. All of us have second guessed, like, dude, should we just be done? Should we not be a band anymore? All of us have had strained relationships within our family because it's like, well, should we keep doing this or should we just get real jobs? Blah, blah, blah. So, like, so much time has passed, like, all that uncertainty and all that, like, emotion that comes with not really knowing, we're back to square one now with all that stuff, and that's reflected in all these lyrics. Like, there is some heavy stuff some deep stuff on this record, you know? Yeah. So I think our second record, not to cut you off, but like maybe our second record and our third record, maybe it's kind of hard to get really deep when you're riding around in 2 tour buses, making 6 figures a year, like doing exactly what you want to do all day. I just drank beer, skateboarded, and made music. What are you gonna sing about?
Yeah, what do you
Life
have
is
nothing
awesome.
to complain about.
Life is great. Like, now we're back to square one. So you have a lot more to write about, you know?
I think it was the second record where you guys tried to go a little harder. Can we expect you guys going a little harder again, or maybe going down to what it was originally?
I think it runs the gambit again. It's everything. I mean, and there's even new facets of what we've done that weren't heard before.
When the hard stuff on this record isn't like
Fast
doesn't lean towards like metal. It's hard, like leaning towards like like Refused or
heavy.
just what, Day to Remember, that kind of heavy, like that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's more less metal, more just like Refused. It's kind of sounding. I don't know. But then we also, Sprinkle. What he brought to the table is a lot of the forward-thinking, like programming and the synths and like that really rad 2019 sounding shit.
Something you guys haven't done before.
Exactly. We've never really embraced that stuff fully. I have with my, I'm in another band, and I like really got into all that stuff, the programming and all that stuff. And Story of the Year just never really went down that road. And with this record, we did, and it's just the coolest thing. Like I'm just like really into guitar and everything. Yeah. I'm a guitar nerd, but some of the stuff that's like either I programmed or he programmed, like it moves me just as much as any guitar riff on the album does. You know, it's really cool. Like, it's the coolest thing.
I'm excited to hear it. Like, you guys are like, kind of like teasing the fans because we haven't heard anything yet. Not even like a single teaser.
It's not done yet. I mean, we will, once things are done and finalized, there will be more actual teasers other than words. You know what I mean?
Have you guys at least figured out what the single would be? Still working on that?
Yeah.
Don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know. We're just letting shit happen, man. Like, no forcing anything. Everything's got to be organic, and everything's got to feel good. Or, like, I mean, just in general, man. Like, there's no point in doing this anymore if it's not going to be fun and you don't feel like inspired and like. So that's where we're at. We're just taking things as they come, and we just want to be inspired and we just want to have fun, man. And that's what this record's about, is just breathing and letting it happen.
Once it's all tracked, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just kind of what, there's no, I mean, I'm sure there are songs that we're like, yeah, maybe that one or that one, but why pick it now?
Right.
Wait till everything's completely done, and then you figure it out.
We have the first single narrowed down to 12 songs.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the best way to put it. So I'm also curious, like when Adam left the band and Philip switched from guitar to bass, what was that transition like? Was that something difficult for the band?
No, super easy.
We've been friends long enough. We've done this long enough. It's the old cliche that you're in a band, you're married to your bandmates. Like, you spend 10 years living in like a van and a motor, like even a $1 million tour bus at the end of the day is a 9 foot by 45 foot enclosure with dudes year after year after year. You get closer to these people. You are married to these people, you know? But no, man, like, we're all just super supportive of each other, and it was like zero drama. He's like, dude, I just can't do this anymore. It's not working into my life plan. Good luck, dude. We totally understand. We're still your friend. Awesome. You know? Yeah. Like, that's how it should be. Like, no drama.
It's cool because he still really cares about what we do. You know what I mean? Like, it's part of, like, even though he's not in it anymore, it's still part of, like, him. So he wants us to succeed. You know, like,
I talked to him. He's texting me today. I talk to him every week of my life.
Yeah. Like, he cares about what we do, and you know what I mean? Like,
that's good. I wish more like bands would go through that when they would go through like a breakup or.
Most of the time, it's just crazy drama, and you don't.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's easy for us because he just didn't want to be in the band anymore because he just didn't want to tour and be away from his new wife and all that stuff. So it wasn't like he didn't want to be in the band because he has like a drug problem or he stole money from us or something. Like, literally no drama. It's like, hey, this isn't working for me anymore. Totally get it, man. We're all like adults. We all like get rad. Live your life. No drama. Yeah.
You guys are playing Musink today. What are the plans for more shows with you guys? You guys gonna wait for the record to finish up before you guys consider that?
Yeah. You go ahead, man.
Yeah, I mean, we're
being shy today, man.
I don't talk often. We're gonna wait until obviously, you know, the record's done, but it's more about we're doing things differently now. Like, even from how we did the record differently, touring is gonna be different. You know, it's not gonna be let's cram into a van for 10 months out of the year. We're not at that stage in our life anymore where we can do that and like be happy. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be more strategic nowadays, like fly out shows, doing stuff like this, and you know, really planning it out, not just going, okay, well, let's go tour the United States for 2 months and make less than minimum wage. Just can't do it, you know. And it sucks to say, but I mean, it's real.
Well, I mean, families are involved now.
Yeah, we all have kids and we're married, and you have to support your family,
which is crazy to think that you guys were once kids doing this project, and then now you're like supporting your families with them. Like,
but dude, it's all about balance, man. Like, that, I don't give a shit about fucking Bentleys and mansions and fucking cool watches. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. I just want to play music with my friends, and my kids and my wife. Like, being a family dude and like raising children, like, literally, like, the best thing that's ever happened to me. I love being a dad more than I could ever fucking explain to you. So striking that balance between my kids and my family and my passion with music, like, when that's in balance, I am the happiest dude in the solar system. So it can't go one way or the other. Like, I have to, like, I'm going to be a dad and just party nonstop with my kids, but then I'm going to come with my band and we're going to just rock out, and then I'll go home. And, you know, I'm not raising my kid over FaceTime, you know? Yeah.
Definitely not the way. Well, dude, I'm excited to reunite with you guys. It's been a few years since I've seen you guys. So I'm excited to see you guys live tonight. Always a killer show. For the fans out there, what can they expect moving forward?
New record.
Yeah, new record. Hey, you guys, pledgemusic.com/story of the year. Do you say slash or forward slash?
Or is it backslash?
Or is it backslash? Forward slash. Huh. I don't know. Pledgemusic.com story. Maybe I'll just leave it out. Okay. Pledgemusic.com story of the year. Check it out. Even like you can vinyl, shirts, fucking all kinds of rad stuff, signed CDs, signed posters, blah blah. But even if you don't get any of that and you just get the download, you get access to all kinds of behind the scenes stuff, studio footage, videos of me tracking my guitars, blah blah. It's really cool stuff. So if nothing else, spread the word. Check out our little mini doc we have on there. That would be rad. We'd appreciate that. Thank you, Zang.